Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we boarded the migrant fleet and made a start on Tali's personal quest. We are her lawyer, which, I don't necessarily think is a good thing. Naomi is gonna try her best. She is gonna try her hardest to defend her girl, but you know, I'm not 100% sure how this is going to turn out. And we also learned the bombshell that Tali is being charged with bringing active Geth onto the fleet. That Alarai, the ship that her father is the captain of, has been taken over by Geth, and her father may not be alive anymore. This is very disturbing news, and we will get to him, but first we have to talk to people. Hello, madam.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The Admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
Oh god, this is a tough one. Because on one hand, Tali, that was rough. You know, she's been forced into this situation, and then, you know, very carelessly she's told, oh yeah, your father might be dead. And Naomi doesn't necessarily understand how Tali feels right now. She doesn't necessarily understand the shock. Naomi doesn't have a relationship with her father. But, you know, she understands Tali loves her dad. Tali does have a close relationship with him. And to be so carelessly told that information, that would hurt. That would absolutely hurt. At the same time, things are clearly stacked against Tali. Loghain seems to believe Tali. I'm not gonna remember their actual names. I'm gonna go off who they are in Dragon Age, I'm sorry. Loghain seems to believe Tali. He seems very sympathetic. Avernus is probably like, oh, she's guilty. Fuck her. Why is a human here? Fuck her too. Like, he is very clearly like, oh yeah, guilty as sin, killer, exiler, whatever. So having a moment where Tali is genuinely shocked, you know, that might move the crowd. I think Naomi sees both points here. So yeah, I think in this situation, just down the middle, like, are things really that bad?
Are the judges that set on finding her guilty?
Anything involving the Geth is a live wire, Shepard. But there is still hope. Handgirls greatly respects both you and Tali Zora for stopping Saren. Admiral Koresh sees the whole thing as a war crime and wants to convict. I have no idea what Admiral Xen wants. You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
That is 100% the lady from Arcane. 100%. I don't know what it was. I don't know what word triggered it, but it was, if you've never seen Arcane before, then you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. I should just say this scene is non-spoilery. I'm about to talk about a non-spoilery scene, but, Cupcake, she's won a prize for shooting, and she goes out to it's the character that this lady voices, and she's just saying, did my parents pay you to win? And she's got, nah, you deserved it. You did some good shooting. Is it Caraway? Caraman? Caitlin! That's it! But no, she says her surname. She says her surname, and Caitlin's surname is something like I say, it's Caraway, Caraman, something like that. And this lady is saying, yeah, you did good shooting, you deserved it. And she just gives her, like, some life lessons. 100%. 100% they share the same voice actress. Yeah, give me all of the deets. All of them.
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Real Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
So we are going in there blind.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Real was an Admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
Oh. Oh, well, I assume, babies get their starting immune system. I'm probably wording this so badly. But babies, I think, get their starter immune system from their mother, and then they build up their own immunities, right? Something along those lines? So if you've got a mother who is immunocompromised, then the baby is probably also going to be immunocompromised. It's going to need to be in isolation.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
I'm not hearing much about Rael's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Real was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
Is Tali's mum dead? I can't remember that detail, but the fact that Tali hasn't gone like, oh, where's my mum in all of this? I'm like, I feel like Tali's mum might have died at some point, but I can't remember that detail.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the Admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
Okay. Yeah, and what's going on with the Admirals?
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the Admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just kind of like, start over. Yes, it's the home world, but there are other worlds out there. Just start over. Find a world where you are decently suited. Your immune systems can maybe handle it. You know, you can start introducing flora and fauna, and you will eventually, you know, develop immunities, and you'll be able to interact on that world. Just start over. Don't leave the Geth be. They have massive armor and big fuck-off guns. Just leave them be.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, but there are a lot of Geth. There are a lot of Geth. I'll just find somewhere new. Sack the homeworld. Like, we lost it, that is sad, but... like, we need to find a new home. Fuck the Geth, they're welcome to it.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Okay. Okay, hello. I'm looking for, Geralt, I think, is Loghain. Chorus or Corliss, that was Avernus. And then Zan is the woman. You know what, before I forget, let's go back and speak to the guy who welcomed us. He was around here somewhere.
It's about more than just killing Geth. Talizor is guilty.
Slander? Excuse you?
If Talizora is stuck with a human captain, at least it's an eloquent one.
Literally. I imagine. I like to, because I don't picture Naomi as being particularly eloquent. She is the kind of person who's like, yeah, nah, public speaking, no thank you. I like to think that Samara was maybe passing Naomi notes, or maybe there's like a head, you know, like some kind of screen in Naomi's headset, and Samara was like typing away like, this is what you should say. And Naomi's just reading Samara's script. That's what I like to imagine was happening.
My father dead or trapped on the Alarai. My name stripped? How could you not tell me this, Captain?
I'm sorry, Tali. I was under orders from Admiral Raan herself. I couldn't say anything. She wanted to get you onto the Alarai. She said that the Admiralty board needed to see your reactions. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Who decides where the migrant fleet is going?
That's a more complex question than you might think. The Conclave votes on where we're going, but the Admiralty works out how we get there safely. Avoiding areas of piracy, scheduling resupply, that sort of thing.
So it's a group decision. No individual ship kind of has, you know, majority.
Seems like you're cut out of the loop.
Raya has a representative in the Conclave, like every other ship. But me personally, I don't get to say in anything that happens beyond my ship's hull. If my crew doesn't like the way things are going, we're free to leave the fleet at any time. Of course, since the Raya produces about a third of the fleet's food, they try to keep us happy.
Yeah, you're not gonna piss off the people keeping you fed.
Why is the fleet here? A binary blue giant system isn't the most hospitable place in the galaxy.
Not if you're looking for a planet to land on. We've been doing a lot of deep-range travel. The bulk of the fleet is here to charge up using photovoltaic solar cells. We're running an ice mining operation at the Red Dwarf 6 light years off. They haul it here, and we melt it for water, or crack it into deuterium, hydrogen, and oxygen.
Why did you post guards outside our ship?
Aside from the fact that your crew is Cerberus, technically it's under quarantine. Any accidental intership contact could sicken or kill our crew.
That was not what I thought that was gonna be. That was not what I thought that was gonna be. I thought that was, you know, oh, are you guarding the Normandy against, you know, Geth making their way onto our ship? I thought that's what that was. No, I get maybe I think potentially that was, we know that Edie has a connection to our headset. Maybe Naomi again she thinks that her elbow has been bugged. I remember, you know, she thinks that, you know, lots of her equipment has been bugged. Miranda could be listening in, any of the Cerberus people could be listening in. So maybe that was her being like, oh yeah, remind us why Cerberus sucks, please, as she's yelling into her elbow. Yeah, I think that's what was going on in Naomi's mind there.
We'll talk to you later, Captain.
Okay, very interesting though. Very interesting.
Even during the hearing, Talizora's first thought is to protect the fleet.
And what are you gonna say?
The human can work a crowd, I'll admit that much.
Samara, our ghostwriter, thank you. You are helping us win over these people. We are so grateful. You know what? As thanks, we'll do your personal quest next. You're helping us to win over these people, so we'll help you out next. How about that? Okay, nothing hidden over there. Okay, Kalriga! Hello! There's... Hello, Wait! I think this is this?
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth. Talizor is guilty.
Yeah, again, lies and slander. So this is the woman who didn't speak. I was gonna say Vitor. Isn't this the guy who was on, Oh, God, I don't think it was Horizon, the one before that. There was a Quarian, and he was like, oh, I saw weird shit. And Cerberus was like, oh, we should take him. And we were like, nah, fuck you. He can go back to the fleet. Is that...
Shepard? How did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Yeah, I think this is the guy. I think this is the guy who holed himself up with his computers and was just like, oh, I've seen some shit. Yeah, would you be willing to speak for Tali?
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Kalriga. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
I want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
Oh. Oh, I hope you're doing well, buddy. I hope you're doing well. And hello.
Kalriga.
Shepard, Talizora. Good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, I stayed to argue the charges against Talizora. I've served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Kal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Okay, so we do have friends. We do have friends who are speaking up for her. Oh, that's good.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Raan asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Gerrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy?
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haystrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Ooh. Do you think the Geth did it? I mean, if the Geth didn't, then what did?
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's son?
Keela, I hope not. They can screw up a star. Our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
Yeah, hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
What What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
I love Tali compared to Kallista's and Shepard in this conversation. Tali is very scientifically minded, and she's been like, oh, well, this could mean this, and if this means this, then that, and meanwhile, Shepard, Naomi and Kallista are just being like, the scientists are worried. Nah, we just shoot shit, that's what we do.
Have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those Admirals. Yeah.
Yeah, being a frontline combatant, when you are kind of, you know, if your environmental suit gets ripped, then you're going to be down with an infection for a week. It seems really risky, choosing to do what Kallista does.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops, Tali. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe out there.
Thank you. Now you. I am curious about you. I'm hoping this is a voice actor from Dragon Age. I'm hoping it is. I want just a whole cast of Dragon Age people for the Admiralty board. Come on.
Tali Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
Morgan! She's one of my favorite characters. Oh, hello! Hello! Oh. And you're being bitchy to me too! Oh my god! I'm having flashbacks. Okay, well, I mean, it's true. It's true that she does also owe Tali. However, going up to an admiral who is, you know, in charge of whether Tali will get exiled or not and be like, oh, you owe us, like, that doesn't seem smart. This woman, we haven't really heard much from her. We don't know where she stands.
You didn't say much during the opening statements, Admiral.
There wasn't much to say. This trial is a waste of time.
It matters a great deal to me.
If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
Okay, so this... Ooh. Yeah, Avernus and Loghain, they were really into this. They were properly like, oh, rabble, rabble, grumble, grumble, you know, all of that. You just seem apathetic. This seems more like someone who is scientifically minded to me. She's determined, okay, well, there are two possible reasons for this. Either they're idiots, or this was a tragic accident. Either way, why is my time being wasted? Like... Yeah, why the lack? Why the lack of interest?
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship, Hangerel, and the cowardly Zal Chorus be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Tali Zora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
Ah, okay.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth.
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali Zora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
Here's the thing. You basically created slaves. You basically created slaves, and the slaves said, yeah, no, we're not down for this. Naomi takes a very hardline stance on slavery. Just wipe them out. Just wipe them out, but don't... If the Geth are sapient, sentient, whatever you want to call it, if they are aware, just wipe them out. But you can't say, oh, well, they're robots, they're not fleshy, therefore it's okay for them to be enslaved. Like, if they've got senses of self, then okay.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Raan is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Raan is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
You support experiments on living creatures.
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
But if it's developed a sense of self, then it is no longer a machine. Ooh.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Okay, goodbye, Morrigan.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Oh.
Shepard spoke well to the Admirals.
Thank you, but that was all Samara. That was all Samara's doing. Interesting. Interesting. So we've got Avernus who wants to go find a new homeworld. Loghain. This is typecasting. Loghain who wants to go wage war on the Geth. And Morrigan who wants to re-enslave the Geth. Okay, at least I know where I stand. Now, I am just about out of time, so let's read some codex entries. Nothing new there. FTL drive appearance. New space travelers ask, what does it look like outside a ship moving at faster than light speed? Part of the answer can be seen in a simple pane of glass. Light travels slower through glass than it does through open air. Light also moves slower in conventional space than it does in a high-speed mass effect field. This causes refraction. Any light entering at an angle is bent and separated into a spectrum. Objects outside the ship will appear refracted. The greater the difference between the objective exterior and subjective interior speeds of light, the greater the refraction. As the subjective speed of light is raised within the field, objects outside will appear to redshift, eventually becoming visible only to radio telescope antennae. high-energy electromagnetic sources normally hidden to the eye become visible in the high blue spectrum. As the speed of light continues to be raised, X-ray, gamma ray, and eventually cosmic ray sources become visible. Stars will be replaced by pulsars, the accretion disks of black holes, quasars, and gamma ray bursts. To an outside observer, a ship within a Mass Effect drive envelope appears blue shifted. If within a field that allows travel at twice the speed of light, any radiation it emits has twice the energy as normal. If the ship is in a field of about 200 times light speed, it radiates visible light as X-rays and gamma rays, and the infrared heat from the hull is blue shifted up into the visible spectrum or higher. Ships moving at FTL are visible at great distances, though their signature will only propagate at the speed of light. FTL drive charge. As positive or negative electric current is passed through an FTL drive core, it acquires a static electrical charge. Drives can be operated an average of 50 hours before they reach charge saturation. This change is proportional to the magnitude of mass reduction. A heavier or faster ship reaches saturation more quickly. If the charge is allowed to build, the core will discharge into the hull of a ship. All ungrounded crew members are fried to a crisp. All electronic systems are burned out, and metal bulkheads may be melted and fused together. The safest way to discharge a core is to land on a planet and establish a connection to the ground, like a lightning rod. Larger vessels, like dreadnoughts, cannot land, and must discharge into a planetary magnetic field. The ship passes the charge from the drive core to the exterior armoured hull, then dives into the magnetic field. As the hull discharges, sheets of lightning jump away into the field, creating beautiful auroral displays on the planet. The ship must retract its sensors and weapons while dumping charge to prevent damage, leaving it blind and helpless. Discharging at a moon with a weak magnetic field can take days. Discharging into the powerful field of a gas giant may require less than an hour. Deep space facilities, such as the Citadel, often have special discharge facilities for visiting ships. And Helios Thruster Module. Intended for next-generation fightercraft, the Heed Industries Helios Thruster Module propulsion system far outpaces the typical liquid hydrogen-liquid oxygen reactions that power a frigate's maneuvering thrusters. By using metastable metallic hydrogen, the Helios boasts a fuel that burns at far greater efficiency than liquid H2O2. Navigators can execute the numerous small course corrections inherent to any long-distance travel without fear of exhausting the ship's fuel supplies. This net gain extends to forward impulse as well. A ship powered by antiprotons can coast temporarily using the Helios to reach an inferior but highly sustainable speed. Such efficiency lowers antiproton consumption, a constant concern for any warship. When a Helios-propelled ship must refuel, however, it typically relies on a large carrier or a nearby planetary factory to synthesize the metallic hydrogen. This process uses extremely dense Mass Effect fields to create the metal under pressures of over 1 million Earth atmospheres, an activity most safely done while planetside. While that process may seem like a drawback compared to skimmer ships that can gather hydrogen and oxygen from anywhere in the universe, the combat superiority of the Helios's maneuvering capabilities is often a worthwhile trade-off. The same efficiency that allows for microburn course correction can power rapid bursts of motion. Once a pilot becomes used to the ship's new energetic responses, she can easily put the ship wherever and at whatever angle she desires. Very interesting. Very interesting. And I am going to bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, we speak to the 2 remaining Admirals, and then we head to the Alarai. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.